Washoe County corruption. Continued public testimony by a man, Jeffrey Merritt Wilson, for the Exhibits 1 through 33 criminal claims. This testimony is Exhibit 6 by my beliefs, information, investigations, etc. Official oath. Mary M. Canderas, Chief Deputy District Attorney of Washoe County. Exhibit 6. Referral, criminal claims against Robert Arthur Naring, Natalie Ann Naring et al. Copyright copy claim. This product works. Contract notice claims by the Jeffrey Merritt Wilson, author, page 17 of 47. Ballot tally, extent of ink papers, Wilcox Ranch, Wilcox Ditch. Okay, what this is there was a perpetuity vote, looks like 18 when this was executed. It required 56 votes. This was right after the attack on Mr. Belfort's property, whereas the attorneys in his case made representations that Wilcox Ranch had the authority to do so. And there was an email between Kathy Glather and Gail Kern saying that Gail Kern was told Kathy that basically that the road, that they may not have the authority to work on the roads. Now this was after they did the damage to Mr. Belfort's property. Okay, and then I have evidence in the records in my possession. They've attempted, Natalie Naring and Robert Naring attempted to try to get the votes from everybody, which I need 56 votes. They voted this association in a perpetuity forever. And so this was a ballot tally, and then what happened after the third time they had just enough votes, 56 votes, and then Gail Kern went down and recorded it in the perpetuity with the Secretary of State. And so, we're telling this to the Secretary of State, and they won't do anything about it, but yet they're threatening us with a Class C felony, so we can't get any road work done. They're refusing to tell us who turned us in, and for what, who has a claim. It's either an attorney or one of these adverse members. Okay, so this was a vote here, and just enough. They even said Mr. Belfort did it, and he has a deposition with a court file stamp saying he didn't, and that was provided to the Secretary of State. So the Secretary of State is in dereliction of duty, perjury of oath. But anyways, the people that I have highlighted here, Shrek, there's 4 right there. He voted for perpetuity, and he's the one organizing this whole thing, saying it doesn't exist. Okay, he's a liar. Jeff Hill, he's a liar. Here's another Shrek, 5 votes. These people saying it doesn't exist now after they voted a perpetuity, and this is straight up fraud. Okay, even the Judge Haschef, he said it to us. We put this in the case. He didn't want to talk about it, but he did say, oh, that perpetuity vote. They know there's some major fraud going on in Washoe County and the Secretary of State. So these people are all lien claimants to my property title rights and Mr. Belfort's right. Shrek, 5 Shreks, 1 Hill, adverse parties. Naring, they voted the perpetuity. Then made us take them to court because they decided they didn't have to pay after they were attacking everybody else for the last 15 years, making them pay. Late fees, selling them on the courthouse steps, everything, with attorneys. Gail Agnes Kern, Naring. Okay, it doesn't exist, they say. Well, then we have faulty title from day one, and you were running a racketeer operation with Wilcox Ranch. Okay, here's Wilson. We didn't get to vote on it. We own the property. We had no vote on it. Stadmiller, adverse party. Twyman, adverse party, saying it doesn't exist, but they voted in Reese. Okay, this is Nevada Land Investment, the guy that was harassing me with the emails. He's still doing it today. Okay, watch out for this guy. He's not right in the head. Franklin was a director, saying that it does that it's perpetuity, and then he says it doesn't exist. Okay, so we have a title fraud here. This is going to quiet title in the end, it's all going to go to quiet title. Okay, there's a major fraud going on. Washoe County, its attorneys, the district attorney, they all have this refusing to do anything about it. Okay, so 50 needs 56 votes. They just had enough. Okay, and then Gail Kern went down and recorded it. So Gail Kearns leaned on everybody's property, and she helped and orchestrated, managed taking properties on the courthouse steps, and then got checks from Wilcox Ranch, and now they say it doesn't exist. Something is not right here. And that Washoe County's attorneys are refusing to do anything about it. They're all on perjury of oath. Mary M. Canderas, Nancy P. Leader, Gail Kern, they're all co-acting together. Okay, they have an oath of office to protect rights, and they're not doing it. Stand by. This is Exhibit 6. This is my testimony.